Welcome to Mrs. Wilson's Social Studies class virtual classroom, designed around the unit Conflict and Cooperation. We are going to start in the Building Community page. Here, students can view, before the course starts, information to help them become familiar with the virtual classroom. In the General Information page, we can find the expectations relevant to this course through the syllabus and rubrics. This also includes any references for any resources I used to create the unit that were not teacher-generated. The syllabus provides important information such as the standards, my contact information, school policies, and the course requirements. The course requirements are outlined by each lesson. Students will see their objectives, activities and assignments, any readings they have to complete, and how many points each assignment is worth. In the Lesson and Activities tab, all lessons for the unit are organized by the essential questions. In each lesson, students can find videos, audio recordings, reading handouts, smart or PowerPoint files to teach them the content. There are also 2 graded learning assignments in each lesson for students to demonstrate their learning. Each lesson folder has a place for students to self-assess their work. This was important to create so students can self-monitor if they are mastering the required content for that lesson. For 2 of the lessons, a learning module was created to scaffold the more difficult topics. Let's take a look. As you can see, we're scaffolding. Here we have a background information, an activity to practice. We have a discussion board where students can collaborate to share ideas. We have an audio file created by myself for students to help them clarify any misconceptions. And the last part of this learning module will be an assignment that will demonstrate their learning to me. In our next lesson, in lesson 2, we can see a similar format. We have a notebook file where students will get background information on a topic. There's also a screencast of me explaining in more detail the notes needed to understand. There are 2 assignments here that are written, different steps on how they can complete the assignments, resources, and another goal activity. We'll come back to this group assignment in just a second. For me, collaboration was important in creating this online course. Besides discussion board activities that align with each lesson, students have a group assignment to complete using using EduCreations or VoiceThread, 2 easy to use Web 2.0 tools. We can look at this discussion forum. Besides having a question and answer place for students to ask questions about any assignments or materials, they have a getting to know you discussion board and 4 additional discussion boards where they can reflect on the different lessons. Students also have a wiki that they will contribute to throughout their final lesson. This is another way for students to collaborate and work together. That is found in lesson 4. This lesson is also a little more difficult, so scaffolding was needed. And as we click here, we can launch into the wiki. And there's different pages where all students can collaborate and add what they learned about each topic. Finally, at the end of the unit, we have a unit summative assessment. Even though it is only 10 questions, made up of true, false, multiple choice, and short answer, it will test students on the essentials that show me that they mastered the standard. Some other tools on here would be a library for students. This library will help students cite their resources that they're using for their research, and the UD Library database for helping them find more resources in general. For Blackboard resources, for students helping them use Blackboard itself. And obviously it was important to include my teacher information so students or their parents can contact me. This is my virtual classroom. I hope you enjoy.